Good evening, everyone. This is Akash, faculty of the Citizens Institute. So today we are here to listen to another interesting webinar. I would say an interesting webinar topic, that is a perfect poem. So what is a poem? So poem is something in which we express our thoughts, in which we shape the module of the sentence, or we tell the exact scenario what has happened in a different way, not in a monotonous way, in a different way. Like it could be in a way of singing, or it could be in a way of romantic poem, or it could be in a way of other means also. For example, we may come across many English terms called simile or metaphor. In all these terms, for example, we say that she fought like a lion in the battlefield. So here, the lion is something which is being exposed. Sorry, the human being is something is being exposed in terms of the lion. So, ladies and gentlemen, to put in one word, I would like to say that poems are something. It is nothing but the inner thoughts of the gentlemen. Hello.
Hey everyone, good evening. This is Akash, faculty at Research Institute. So, yeah, uh, sorry for the inconvenience. There was some technical here. So, okay, fine. So, going into the topic, as I already told that this would be the most interesting topic which I have taken, that is poems. So, we all know that poems are nothing but the inner expression of our thoughts, penned down by many, or it has been told vocal by many. So, the major thing, everyone is a poet here. Everyone is a poet, and there is nothing called a perfect poem, because poem which is been written by the people is the perfect one. Yeah. So good evening once again. So sorry, there is some technical issue here. So by starting with the topic that is poems here. So we all know that poems are something which is the inner expression of the thoughts of a person. It may be anything, right? So normally we people do expression of thoughts in terms of speaking or in terms of penning down of thoughts. So penning down is nothing but writing in a piece of paper, or because we all know that this is a digital world, everything has been made digitally. So people have started from the gone are the days where people were writing in diaries. Now people have come to a particular session or particular time where everything is expressed in digitally, like having a notes, keeping notes, or sending voice messages, or typing the WhatsApps, or having a vlog. So even now the blog has been changed to vlogging. So to put in one word, which I want to give here or to review here, is something called poems. So poems is something which is nothing but it is the inner expression of our thoughts. It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be emotional, it can be negative, it can be romantic, as well as it can be happy, can reveal a sadness of a person. So we all know that poems is something which has been in every language. So whenever we hear a song, whenever we see a person, so everything is something term in case of poems only. So poems are something nothing but which demonstrates the present scenario, or the it demonstrates the present mood of a person. Yes. So the topic, going into the topic, that is the perfect poem. So what is a perfect poem, sir? So to put in one word, I would like to say that there is nothing called a perfect poem. The poem. So what is that poem then? So poems are nothing but, I told you, it is the expression of a inner thought, or is the expression of a person. So in my opinion, I would like to say that there is nothing called a perfect poem. So everything in this world is poem. Even a baby crying, or a baby laughing, or a person in anger, or a person having being in happiness, everything is a poem here. Because we all know that because normally people, whenever they see, for example, in Tamil movies, whenever we hear songs, we come to a conclusion that he has written a very good lyrics, or he has written a very good poem. So only because they have been got recognized, that is, but in the other ways, everyone in the world is a very good poet. So next slide, which I would like to show, will give you a clear idea of who is a perfect poet. So for example, I told you the topic is the perfect poem. So whenever you want to write a new poem, it should be that you are the best. You should come to a conclusion that you are the best. So we all know that everyone is unique in the world. That is why we have, everyone has a unique fingerprint. Everyone has a unique iris also. So in that case, whenever you feel that you have written a poem, think that you are the best. Think that you are a best. So 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 when does a factor comes that you are the best? It comes only when you keep believing yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, so whenever you feel that, because I have already told that poems are nothing but the inner feelings, or the thoughts. It's nothing but the thoughts or the feelings of yourself. So whenever you, for example, at the end of the session, I'll be showing some of my poems, two of my poems. So that would make you even more better, or that will give you a even more clear idea of what is that inner thought, whether the poem which is written by me is perfect or not. So whenever you write something, because I told you poems are nothing but the penning down of thoughts. So that would help you to keep believing in yourself. The next one is thoughts. Yes, definitely, gentlemen. This I would suggest the best part of writing a perfect poem, because I told you there is nothing called perfect poem. Everything what you write, because everyone in the world is a unique creature. So in that case, whatever the thoughts come to you is the perfect thought always. The next most example, or the most important thing, is that freedom of expression. So you all know that even in the Indian Constitution, we have the right to express our thoughts, right to follow any religion, right to have property. So these are the things which help you to express things. So I told you poems are nothing but the inner thoughts or the inner expressions. In that case, you should have the freedom, because you are the one who are going to be with you always. So as the famous quote goes, that is, when you are in sunlight, everyone will follow you. But when you are in darkness, even your shadow will not follow you. So this factor, this one quote will always remembers you that you are the one who are going to be with you always. So in that case, you should have always the freedom of expressing things, because there is something called a very famous quote which everyone would have heard. That is, pen is mightier than sword. So in that case, ladies and gentlemen, be strong and be happy or be elegant to reveal or to express things. That is called freedom of expressing. So have the freedom or have the power or have the guts, have the courage to express your thoughts. So as I told you in the start of the webinar, that is, everything has made digital. So in that case, you can keep on going in the phase of writing notes in the WhatsApp, or taking taking your pen and writing in a paper, or typing the same content in a Word or in a PDF, or of course in the blog. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that poems, being a perfect poem is something which is based on purely your power of expression. Only when you express your thoughts, and that thought has to be written or has to be mentioned somewhere. The last but not the least, that is the creative thinking. So you should have the creative one. So creative thinking is the one which will help you to imagine things in a different way. For example, I like to say that you have a coffee. So if there is a poem comes, like you have a cup of coffee and you express in some other way. For example, it is a winter morning, and when you see a cup of coffee, so you change your mind saying that it is a winter, so definitely you have to drink a cup of coffee with a sausage or with savories. So this is something called a creative one. You change the situation according to yourself. So in that case, writing a perfect poem by you is something that has to be always followed with a creative thinking. And the most important question may come to you: is this the right time? Is this the right time to write a poem, or the poem can be written only when you go for bed? Nothing like that. It can be written by any time at anywhere. Because normally before, for example, when we take it back a decade ago, whenever we feel to express something, we suddenly check for pen and paper to write the notes. For example, we take out notes and write down the content. But now everything has changed digitally. Suddenly, you feel that you are moving on a bus, you're moving in a bus, and suddenly you come across a poem. So in that case, you can immediately take out your WhatsApp, or immediately you can take out your voice recorder. You can record things. Afterwards, you can change into blogs. So in that case, there is nothing called the right time. It is always best time. When whatever you do, it is the best time, and because you are living the moment. So always live the moment. And whenever you feel something, just express your thought and move on. So you may ask me, sir, whether whatever I write, is it the best? Is it the right one? Is it the perfect one? So in that case, always be happy that whatever you have done is best. Only then you can improve yourself. There is nothing called you are done wrong. Everything you have done is good, and only improvisation is done. For example, you think that I have written a poem, you feel that it's not perfect one. Feel that it is a perfect one, and you have to make it more perfect. So work on the process, work on the progress, not on the present area. So don't see the negatives, just see the progress, just see the goal. That once you have decided that I want to become a poet in the next 2 years, so in that case, just see the progress to the goal, not the obstacles or the negative impressions which come from the all other side. Just take the positive one from everyone and be positive and move towards your goal. So as I told, these were the thing which I written a few days ago. That is, this is a poem which I written by me. So this was nothing. This poem was nothing written by me, by not just sitting in a place and imagining things and writing it. It was written by me when I was having a conversation with my friend. So in that time, it was a conversation. It was a conversation between me and my friend. So suddenly, I told this. So it made me to strike to write a poem. So I told it is a digital world, so you can change the background and you can do great things. So this is also one other thing. So this also happened in my life. So it was a normal conversation with a friend. So suddenly we were having a conversation with this topic. So I changed it into a poem. So this I would name as a perfect poem. So perfect poem always comes with from yourself. So as I told, everything has to be done in a creative way. So in the same quote, if I write in a paper, it would have no value at all. So only if you want to change, it has to be done some kind of marketing. So in that case, there are many apps which will help you to develop your poems. So with this, I come to the end of my webinar. Thank you everyone for your patience in listening to my kind words. So I'm open to the questions, and if any doubt, you can come forward. Till then, thank you. Jai Hind. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you, audience. Thank you. Jai Hind. Would you like to, Emma?